And I hope you're ready for our maths lesson today. Now, we've been doing lots of things on lengths, and today we are going to be measuring and estimating using length, okay? So we are going to be using some items in our house to help us measure, okay? Now, I'll let you know what we can use for items in a minute, but for now, all you need is a pencil and a piece of paper. So if you haven't got that, make sure you grab it now and put me on pause for a second to do that. Great, we are ready. So let's remind ourselves of some of the stuff we have been doing so far. So in our last lesson, we were looking at shortest and longest. We also looked at shortest and tallest, but for I do now, I want you to see if these have been ordered correctly from shortest to longest. Okay, I'm gonna not give you very long for this. I'm only going to give you 30 seconds. All I need you to do is verbally say which one you think is the shortest and which is the longest, and if they've been put in the right order. If they haven't, we might have to change it. Okay, putting me on pause now. Fantastic. Well, let's see what we came up with then. What is the longest? The one right at the bottom. Very good. This is the longest caterpillar. So are they in the right order? No. Which one is the shortest then? This one? Very good. This one is in fact the shortest. If we move this one down, we need to put them in the right order. So this is our shortest caterpillar, and at the bottom is our longest. Are they in the right order now? They are. Very good, because we know that this one is longer than this one if we were comparing all of them. Fantastic, everyone. Okay, so today we are comparing lengths of objects, and we're going to be using something called a standard unit of measure to help us. Okay, so we're actually going to be measuring today. We're going to be estimating and measuring. And remember, estimating means that we make a good guess. Okay, not a silly guess, we make a smart guess. Okay, so we have already used hands and feet to help us measure objects. These are called non-standard units of measure. That's because not everyone's feet or hands are the same size. They are different. My hand is a different size to your hand, and my feet might be a different size to your feet. So we can't all say that they're exactly the same size, and they can't measure completely accurately. Today we're going to be using something called a standard unit of measure. Can you say standard unit of measure? Great. And these are objects or things that always stay the same size. They don't change. Now, you can use rulers, but we're not using rulers today. Okay, you could use a ruler to help you measure things, but we're going to use objects today. Okay. Now, what objects could be used for a good standard unit of measure in our house? Well, we've got to make sure that they stay the same object. We can't use different objects, and they need to be the same size. So, for example, if we had some pencils, pencils might not be very good because they might all be different sizes. Can you see there? However, pasta is always the same size. When you have some pasta, it is always the same size. So this would be a good example of something that you could use in your house to help you measure today. The same as cubes. And Miss Bamford's going to use cubes today. You might have something similar to cubes in your house that you could use. But remember, it has to be the same size. Very good. Otherwise, we can't use it to measure. Buttons. You could use something like buttons, but remember they have to be the same size. If they're different sizes, they're not going to be good for measuring. Lego you could definitely use, but what does it need to be? The same size. Very good. Same for beads. You could use beads. You'd probably need a few beads if you were going to measure with beads today, but they just have to be the same size. Or if you've been eating a lot of lollies, which I don't think many of us have been doing because it's been very cold, something like lollipop sticks would be the same size. Okay, now you might have pens and pencils that are the same sizes. If you do, you can definitely use them, but please make sure that they are the same size. Okay, now you're going to be getting these at the end of the lesson, okay, but just something for you to note that you're going to need when you come to do your work. Playing cards, again, you could measure with playing cards because they are all the same size. You might not have these playing cards, you might have other playing cards that you could use, okay, but you could definitely try and find something in your house. Now, if you were getting something the size of a cube, you're probably going to need maybe 10 of them. Same for pasta. You could get 10 pieces of pasta. No more than that. That's all we'd need. Okay, fantastic. Well, Miss Bamford's going to use cubes today to help her with her measuring. And I've got some of my cubes here. And I'm using cubes because my cubes are exactly the same size. Do you see that? They are exactly the same. As long as you can find something in your house that's not too big, that's exactly the same size, you could use it. Okay, so let's get started. Today we are going to be estimating. Remember, estimating is trying to find the answer that's quite close to the actual answer. When we estimate, we make a good guess, okay? We try to make a sensible guess, okay? Because if we're making a really silly guess, that's not estimating correctly. And we can say that it's nearly or roughly, almost, or about a certain length, because we don't actually know, because we haven't measured. When we estimate, we haven't yet measured. So, an example of a smart guess, or a not a smart guess, would be this. Miss Bamford estimates that her pen is 100 cubes long. Is that a good estimate? Why do we think it might be a good or not good estimate? What do we think? Why would this be a good estimate or not a good estimate? 100 cubes? Well, 100 cubes is a big guess, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Here is Miss Bamford's pen. And here is just one cube. Now, if I had 100 of these, do you think that would be a good estimate for the length of this? Absolutely not. Well done. If I had guessed 100 cubes, that is way off how long this pen is actually going to be. A good estimate would be maybe about 7 or 9. Now remember, we're guessing. We don't actually know because we haven't measured. Miss Bamford's not measuring at all. She's looking at the cube, she's looking at the pen, and she's going, I think it could be 7 or possibly 9. That is making a good estimate. So we're going to make sure we're doing good estimates today. Remember, estimate means we're making a smart guess, a sensible guess. Okay, so Miss Bamford's had a go doing some estimates. Some of these might be a bit silly, so we're going to double check. Okay, Miss Bamford has got a book. She estimates that it is 100 cubes long. 100 cubes for a book. Is that a sensible estimate? I don't think that's actually a very sensible estimate because 100 cubes would be very, very long. I think that's a very unsensible estimate. I think it's more like 9 cubes. I'm going to estimate. I think it should be about 9. I'm going to show you my book. Yeah, I think maybe about 9. Yeah, that would be my estimate. So that wasn't a smart estimate, was it? Okay, let's look at this one. I think it could be, so I've said 5. 5, well, it could be 5. It depends on the size of the scissors. So I'm going to show you my size of scissors because it does depend on what size they are. 5 might be a good estimate for the scissors we have in school, but these are Miss Bamford scissors. Is that a good estimate? 5. I think it might be a bit longer than 5. What do you think? 6, maybe? Maybe? 20? Would it be 20? 20 is a bit too much of a large estimate. 10? Yeah, it could be 10. Should we put 10? Fantastic. I'm going to put 10. So we think that the scissors are 10. That means we think it's longer than the book. Okay. What about a glue stick? Okay, I'm going to get my glue stick for you to see. Here's my glue stick. What do we estimate the glue stick? How many cubes do we think the glue stick might be? 4. Could be 4. 0. It wouldn't be 0 because it's definitely something. Well done. 5. Could be 5. What do we think? What should we put? You want to put 5? Okay, we're going to estimate that it's 5 cubes. Okay. Now that is a good estimate. Cross those ones out. We don't think they're good estimates. What about toothpaste? Ooh, well, again, it depends on the size of the toothpaste, doesn't it? Let's see Miss Bamford's toothpaste. Here is my toothpaste that I use. How many cubes long do we think my toothpaste might be? 10? I think that's a bit too many. 2? No, that doesn't seem sensible. 5? Maybe. 6? 7? Definitely could be. 100? No, that would be silly. 25? No, definitely not. What do we think? I'm hearing 7. I'm going to write 7 down. Okay, 7. We think the toothpaste is longer than the glue stick, and we think it's 7. Okay, what about my pencil? Now again, pencils can all be different lengths, but this is my pencil. So it's not as big as some pencils we've got. What do we think? I'm not going to make any estimates. This is going to be your turn. 9, okay. 7, that could be a good estimate. 6, definitely. 4, what do we think about 4? No, not 4. Okay, what number am I hearing the most? Do you know what? I'm hearing 8. I'm going to put 8 down. We think that the pencil is 8. So this is how we estimate. We just look at the item and we make a sensible guess. So we've estimated the measurement of the book, the scissors, the glue stick, the toothpaste, and the pencil. So what happens now is we can estimate and then measure. So I'm going to take 2 of our measurements. We estimated that the book was 9 cubes. And how many did we estimate the toothpaste was? We said the toothpaste was 7. Okay, so I'm going to get those 2 items. So we've got the book and the toothpaste. Here's our book and here's our toothpaste. So we've made an estimate for these. Now what we have to do is actually measure them. And I'm going to measure them using my cubes. And then I'll find out if it is accurate or if I have gone way off the mark with my measuring. Okay, so we're going to measure the book first. I'm going to get my book. And I'm going to get my cubes. Here's my book. Remember length, so we're going along. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, I've got to my measurement. What are we thinking? Is that about right? Oh, hold on. Well done. Need to move it along. Do you know what? I'd say that's pretty accurate. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cubes long. We got it right. It is, in fact, 9 cubes long. Okay, toothpaste. We thought the toothpaste was 7 cubes. Okay, I'm going to get my toothpaste. 7 cubes. Here's my toothpaste. And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we think? That's a bit tricky, this one, isn't it? Hold on, let's make sure I put my cubes accurately. What do you think? Do you know, I think you've actually got it right, because even though it's stopped here, I'd say it's roughly about 7. Well done, everyone. Great estimating so far. The toothpaste was, in fact, 7 cubes. So, which was the longest item? The book, well done. Which was the shortest? The toothpaste, fantastic. Okay, so we're going to make an estimate for a highlighter and a pencil. Okay, I'm going to get my objects to show you. We've got a pencil and a highlighter. Okay, so what we're going to do, Miss Bamford's going to make an estimate for one, and I'd like you to make the estimate for the other, and I'm going to be listening. I'm going to estimate the pencil is 4 cubes long. Is that a good estimate? No, why not? You think it's definitely longer than 4? Okay, let me try again. I think it's going to be 6. Is that a better estimate? Okay, great. We're going to stick with 6. What do you think about the highlighter then? 4. Okay. 5. What do we think? 4 or 5? All right, we'll go with 5 then. So we think that the pencil is 6, and then we think the highlighter is 5. Well, I think that's pretty accurate in that we know that the highlighter's shorter, so it's got to have a lower estimate than the pencil. So we got 6 and 5. I'm going to write that down so we don't forget. Okay, so we said 6 for the pencil and 5 for the highlighter. So what do we need to do now? We need to measure them. Okay, let's measure them. What should we measure first? Let's measure the pencil. So I'm just going to get some cubes. There you go. Measured. That's not how I measure. How do you know that's not how I measure? Because I have to put them along the pencil. Okay, let's measure properly. 1, 2, 3. Do I keep going? Yes, well done. 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to stop because this is what I estimated. Now, is this estimate right? No, it's not, but it's close. Let's keep going. 7. Oh, I think we need another one. 8. I'd say that's about right. So the pencil is in fact how many cubes long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The pencil is in fact 8 cubes long, but we made a very good estimate. I would be happy with that estimate because it's not too far off. Okay, what about the highlighter? We thought the highlighter was 5 cubes. Okay, so we're going to get how many cubes? 5. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do I need to put my cubes? Along. Okay, I'm going to start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I have to start at the end of the highlighter. Okay. Right. There we go. What do you think? Is it 5 cubes long? No. How many more do you think we need? 1 more. Okay. How many cubes long is the highlighter? 6. Very good. Was our estimate good? I think it was very good. It was almost exactly right. So well done, everyone. Fantastic. Okay. This time you're going to make both estimates. Okay. I want to hear your estimates for both of these. And what you're going to do on your piece of paper is you're going to write down your estimate for the toothpaste and your estimate for the scissors. I'm going to hold them up and you're going to put me on pause. You can either draw them very quickly and I want you to write a number next to it with how many cubes you think it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to hold them up, measuring the scissors and my toothpaste. Okay, so you're going to put me on pause and you're going to draw them and write your estimate next to it. Okay, putting me on pause now. Fantastic. You've written your estimate. Okay, let's hear some of your estimates. Scissors. There's some pretty good estimates. Well done. And toothpaste. Fantastic. I'm going to write down the estimate that I heard the most. I heard for the toothpaste 7, and for the scissors I heard 8. So that's what we're going to go with. If your estimate was different, that's okay. We're going to measure them now, okay? And you're going to help me measure them. All right. So estimating, we think that the scissors are the longest. Well done. We think the toothpaste is the shortest. Fantastic. We're going to measure the toothpaste first. So we thought the toothpaste was how many? Remind me? 7. Well done. So how many cubes am I getting? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've got my toothpaste. How do I measure it? Starting at the end. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what do we think? You'd say that's pretty accurate. Does it matter that it's gone over slightly? No, because if we took it away, it would be too little, wouldn't it? Okay. So how many cubes long is that? 7. You got it absolutely right. Well done. Great estimate, guys. Okay, what about the scissors? We estimated that the scissors was 8, so let's have a look. How many cubes do I get? 8. Fantastic. Let's move our toothpaste out of the way. Now, where do I start measuring my scissors? Scissors are quite a tricky one. I'm going to start from this point here. Just there. I'm using my hand to help guide me. There we go. Because that is the end of my scissors. Okay. We thought 8. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now I know that they're far away from part of the scissors, but how can I check if I'm right? I can almost move it down slightly, can't I? Are we right? Not quite. How many more do we think we need? Let's try one more. Okay. Oh, I'd say it's not quite. Look. How many more do you think we need? Well done. One more. So how many is it in fact? 10. Oh my goodness. I mean, we were close. It was a very close estimate. Who knew my scissors were 10 cubes long? So the longest object is the scissors. Well done. And the shortest object is the toothpaste. Fantastic. Okay, this time you're going to do the whole one this time by yourself. Okay. What you are going to do, now it's quite hard for you to measure without my cubes, but I'm going to hold my book up and my glue stick again. And then what I'm going to do is when you've done your estimate, okay, you're going to tell me your estimates. Then I will put the cubes down of your estimate. And I want you to try and figure out what the actual measurement is, okay? So I'm going to hold up my items. We've got the book and the glue stick. Are you ready? Oh, not there yet. Here we go. Book, glue stick. Okay, put me on pause. You can draw the book, draw the glue stick. Remember, it doesn't have to be a great drawing. You just draw a square, a rectangle, and you could draw part of your glue stick. Draw the items and write your estimate next to it. Putting me on pause now. Okay, fantastic. You've made your estimate. Great. What you're going to do now is we are going to measure. Okay. Miss Bamford's going to hear your estimates. What do we think? Okay, I'm hearing. Oh, where is it going? Oh, it won't come back. Here we go. Got it. I was hearing 4 for the glue stick and I heard 8 for the book. If your estimate was different than that, that's absolutely fine. They're the ones I heard. So we're going to now measure and see how accurate we are. So we need 4 and we need 8. Okay, so I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, I'm going to try and make sure our glue stick doesn't roll away. I might just put my finger just on the glue stick so it doesn't roll away. Okay, I've put those estimates down. What I want you to do now is put me on pause and decide how many more we need to actually get to our measurement, okay? Putting me on pause. Write down what you think the measurement is. Putting me on pause now. Fantastic. So what did you think the measurement was for the glue stick? 5, 6. Well done. Fantastic. Now, I know it goes slightly over, but it's better to be slightly over than slightly under. Well done. And what did you think for the book? 9. Absolutely. Well done. It was only one more, which was 9. So the actual measurements was 6 and 9. I'm going to write those in. We had 6 and 9. So well done with your estimates. Did some of you get that right? Fantastic. Okay. So what you're going to do on your worksheet today, you've got some things that you're going to estimate with on the worksheet themselves, and then you're going to be finding items in your house to measure. Remember, estimate first and then work out your measurement. Okay, you're going to use any of the items that you could find in your house. Remember, you could use pasta, you could use Lego, you could use cubes or beads. It just has to be exactly the same size. Okay, fantastic. All right, well, good luck, everyone.